Other to control. 15,000 feet, climbing steadily.
Check, 15,000 feet.
Radar scanning correctly, sir.
Other to control. Y-12 pilot, turn 3 now.
Y-12 to control. Are you reading me? Testing. Over.
Reading you loud and clear. Switch on your instrument transmitters now. Over.
Control. I'm switching on now. Over.
Check your recorders. Are you receiving signals correctly?
Motor recorder okay.
Beam director checking okay, sir.
Pilot's heartbeat steady, sir. Air friction recorder working correctly, sir.
Electronic brain and gyros recording correctly, sir.
Preparing to drop Y-12, 45,000 feet.
Check. Ready and waiting your countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drop.
Y-12 detached and airborne. Firing rocket motor.
Passing the previous highest. 10,000 feet. It's through the heat barrier.
Will you speak with him, Commander? He's near the controllability barrier. It will be difficult for him.
Control the Y-12.
Control the Y-12. Do you read me?
Y-12 to control. Reading you loud and clear. Over.
You are approaching controllability barrier.
Steady as you go. Hold on tight. Controllability barrier. Gyro stabilizers holding steady.
He's made it.
Good. A big achievement. It's great.
Pilot's heartbeat steady, sir.
Pilot's pulse checking okay.
Control to Y12. Control to Y12. Do you read me? Over.
Y12 to control. All sign of G pressure gone.
We have you at 230,000 feet. Check.
Check.
Now hold on, boy. You're reaching the ionosphere. Your motor will burn out in exactly 5 seconds.
4, 3.
That's the burnout. He's okay. Take it easy, Dan. We're reaching maximum test height of 300,000 feet. You're in modified atmosphere.
She's riding steady. Feel as though I could go on.
Test your controls and prepare to turn.
Let her go, Chuck. See what you'll do.
Things all right, Doctor?
Heartbeat is almost normal. But with release of pressures, judgment may be unsound for some seconds.
Shall I take over on remote control?
No, give him a few more seconds.
Dan, do you hear me?
I repeat, do you read me?
Cannot direct hands towards stabilizers. Steady me. Steady me.
Electronic controls, take all stabilizers.
Try circling naked equalization.
Keep at it.
Listen, Dan. This is Dr. Von Essen speaking. You are weightless.
Without concentration, you cannot coordinate your senses. Listen to me.
Tell me what to do, Doc. Tell me what to do.
First, control yourself. Now, forget everything else.
And watch your left hand. Without taking your eyes off it, put it down until it is resting on something. No matter what. Take your time.
Be quick, Doctor. If he hits atmosphere at this speed, he'll burn up.
When you have hold with your left hand, do the same with your right. Bring it slowly forward until you can grasp the stabilizer. Watch carefully until you are steady. Now concentrate and you will regain control of Y12.
You're moving outside the preset radar position. We're going to lose you.
Can't help it. Can't help it. I've got control, but I can't reduce speed.
Radar control. Y12 gliding outside preset orbit. Track 5 degrees west.
Tracking 5 degrees west, sir.
Hold on, look, it's going. His only chance is to bounce the atmosphere until he loses enough speed.
Radar control.
Yes,
Keep
sir.
tracking west.
Track west, keep going.
Keep going. Keep tracking. don't hear soon, we never will. Why didn't he obey orders, stick to the test plan? They should have.
You cannot blame your brother for this tragedy, Commander Prescott. For a few vital seconds, he was not himself.
I wish I could agree with you, Doctor.
We do not yet understand the physiological conditions a man may have to endure at such heights.
My brother's always been unpredictable.
He's a heck of a good pilot, the best we ever had.
Well, he knew the limits. Why did he disobey orders?
It was a physiological condition clouding his judgment.
Chuck, we progressed a long way in the development of aviation medicine, but the conditions we simulate in the high-altitude test chamber just aren't the real thing.
Captain Richards' office, Commander Prescott speaking. Huh? Is the pilot all right? Now where? Say that again slowly. Puerto, yes, I know the place, between Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Yes, so don't let anyone near it. We'll be right over. We found Y-12s. They're badly damaged, but in one piece.
And Lieutenant Prescott, is he safe?
Yes, he's all right.
Yes, sir.
Have Hyatt bring round my car on the double.
Salvage officer speaking.
Captain Richards, team up the Y-12 crew. Get them loaded and have a salvage crane follow me to Preco. I'll radio directions, but get going. Oh, Commander, looks like you're losing me another night's sleep.
Afraid so, sir. Commander Prescott, U.S. Navy. Where's the plane?
Just off the road over there. We're sure glad to see you. We're mighty cold and hungry. Oh, should have been off duty a couple hours ago.
Well, thanks for sticking around. Where's the pilot?
Oh, he's around here someplace. The plane's just over here.
All right, thanks.
Take it easy, Clancy. It's me, Whitney. I brought the Navy.
What in, a land yacht? So you come down?
Yeah, right down the valley. We took a quick look and radioed into headquarters.
Where's the pilot? The relief patrol took him into town. Into town? But he's okay. Sure. He looked like a man from Mars in that get-up.
Talk sense, but he acted kind of loony. What do you mean?
I don't know. Kind of high, I guess. But I'll tell you one thing. I'll send in a report to you in the morning, sir.
Fine. Well, she's badly beaten up, but with any luck, the instruments might be okay.
Let's hope so.
Evening, sir. Boy, that part is the zaniest guy I ever saw.
How come?
He had me take him into town for a change of clothes. Said he had some dame to see. Couldn't even wait for coffee.
I guess I know where that'll be. Mind if I borrow the car, Skipper?
Sure. We'll ride back with the salvage crew.
Thank you, sir.
Take it easy.
Oh, Dan, I wish you were not the test pilot. It is so dangerous.
Honey, it's my future. It's our future. Who's going to forget the first man in space? They don't forget Lindbergh or the Wright brothers.
You talk too much.
You can always shut me up.
I will. Chi può essere a quest'ora? Non si può mai stare in pace.
Oh, don't talk of the macaroni. Answer the door.
Is Lieutenant Prescott here?
Yes. In there.
Hiya, brother. Have a drink.
What the heck's the matter with you? You just wrecked $10 million worth of aircraft, and I find you lollygagging around here. Why aren't you back at the base making out your report?
As a matter of fact, I was just on my way.
Okay, wise guy. Taylor? Escort Lieutenant Prescott back to the base and inform the duty officer that he's confined to quarters until further notice.
Yes, sir.
Now get up.
You can see how it is, honey. I'll phone you as soon as I can. You can pull all the rank you want. You're very good at doing that. But just remember this. You couldn't pilot a kitty cart across the other side of the street. If it weren't for guys like me, you'd be dead. Nothing.
Why did you treat him that way?
Right now, he has no business playing house with you. He's got a job to do, and that comes first.
Not always, Commander. Dan knows what he's doing.
Does he? I'm not so sure.
Why don't you quit riding the boy, Chuck?
It's the bad orders. Whitewall's a wreck, and we were darn lucky to salvage the instruments.
All right, but you got to look at it both ways. Just think of the progress we made. Come in.
Yes, sir.
Simmons, take this to Commander Barrett. Tell him I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
I got something else here you can worry about. I'm putting White 13 on a 4-week countdown as of tonight.
4 weeks?
Yeah, the Pentagon just came through with a priority go-ahead.
Are we really sweating blood to get this on time?
All right, then, sweat blood and read your orders. Have an apex to fire in 30 minutes.
Look at that baby go. Isn't she beautiful?
You're released on Captain Richards' orders.
It's about time.
It's not all. It seems that the Pentagon is so impressed with your fame that you're to pilot Y-13.
That's great. But you're not so very happy about it, are you?
I just want to be sure of one thing, that there are no mistakes, that you obey every instruction given to you.
Your reactions are slow up there.
That's not the answer I want.
What do you want me to say?
I want you to say that you understand that you're the pilot, but I give the orders. Unfortunately, I think you'd do anything for this.
Get off my back, will you?
I'll get off your back as soon as you realize that we're developing a piloted space plane and not a record-breaking hero.
All right. As I said before, your reaction is slow up there.
No, we'll see to it that you get plenty of time for a checkout before the next flight. Dr. Von Essen will give you a thorough indoctrination so that your reactions are automatic. Now get your things together and get over to aviation medicine.
Yes, sir.
Miss Francesca?
Yes?
What are you doing here?
I'm sorry, Commander, but I'm in a hurry.
What? Chief, what is Miss Francesca doing here?
Checking in some material with Dr. Von Essen, sir.
I don't understand you, Chief. What sort of material?
She's on Dr. Von Essen's staff, sir. Aviation Medicine Department. I wish she was working here. I'm all for scientists and skirts.
You and the rest of the Navy.
Come in. Commander Prescott. Congratulations.
Flight 13 should be a fine project.
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
Sit down. Cigarette?
No, thanks. Say, Doctor, do you have a Miss Francesca on your staff?
You do not visit us often enough at the university.
How long has she been working for you?
Some months. She's charge of the cardiographs and probably knows more about your brother's heart than he does himself.
Yes, from what I've seen, I wouldn't be surprised.
She's good for him. He's quieter, calmer, and in love.
In love? Are you kidding?
You're too close to your projects, Commander. You do not notice people enough.
Are you sure of this?
I should not see it otherwise.
Well, what do you know? Sort of an idiot does that make me? Why in the heck didn't Dan say something?
You don't seem to have your brother's entire confidence.
No, Doctor, I'm afraid I don't.
You wish it were any other man than Dan who should pilot 113?
Well, he's not the man I'd personally pick for the job.
Why not?
I just don't think it's in his nature to stay inside any organized pattern.
It's not an unnatural characteristic to find in a man who risks his life for a new achievement.
Maybe so, but on a project such as this, I prefer to have someone more reliable.
Well, you will be in my care until you are ready for the flight. I'll pay some attention to his psychology.
Yes, would you let the psychiatrist work on him, Doctor? Make him understand that even though he's up there in space alone, he still has to obey orders.
Attention all personnel. Stand by for Y-13 rocket motor testing. Y-13 tied down. Fueling completed. Stand clear for test. Stand clear for test.
Like to go over the flight plan again?
What, again? I know it blind.
I know. Let's go over it again, huh?
Okay. We blast off at 45,000 feet, crash the heat barrier, out into the stratosphere in 6 seconds. 50 seconds later, I break through the chemisphere.
Then you switch off your refrigeration plant.
Check, but keep tracking me. Buffeting in Y-12 was so severe, I couldn't read my instruments.
Well, that and the controllability barrier.
Yeah, that's really tough. It's as much as you can do to hold on.
You sure you can take over when you reach ionosphere? I mean, if you want to, we can take you past Rocket Furnace.
No, that won't be necessary. Now that I know what to expect, I'll be ready.
Y-13 countdown. 0 minus 54 minutes. Repeat. 0 minus 54 minutes.
Well, Von Essen did a good job. You look pretty good.
Never felt better. I wish he was coming today, though. I like to have him around.
The Air Force has priority today.
Y-13 countdown. All personnel assemble. All personnel assemble for takeoff.
Well, good luck. And you take it easy.
Thanks, Chuck. But don't worry. I'll bring you back all the dope you need for Y-14, and then some. Come on, let's go, huh?
Right.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drop.
White 13 to control. G pressure gone. I'm weightless.
But gyro's holding steady.
Okay, Dan, we're with you. Now check controls for atmosphere bite.
I'm checking now.
Steady her up, that's enough.
Take it easy, Chuck.
Approaching 500,000 feet. Check?
Check.
You're doing fine, boy. Now commence your turn in 15 seconds.
Chuck, she feels like she'd go on forever.
Stop talking. Concentrate.
580,000. 590,000. 600,000.
Your altitude is 600,000 feet. Prepare to turn.
Dan, Y13, Y13. Commence your turn immediately.
No, sir, I'm going straight up. First man into space.
Commence your turn! Commence your turn!
Sir, we're losing contact.
Switch to remote control. Over to remote control, sir. Dan, are you reading me?
See you in space.
Dan! Dan, are you reading me? Are you reading me? Remote control, no response, sir. The outer atmosphere any second now. He's still climbing.
Fire is emergency boost.
This is an emergency. Keep all radio beams open. Instruct all radar to keep scanning constantly. Bring in everyone. Warn all spotters. This is an intercontinental priority. Yes, sir. Well, he's on his own now. The first man into space. He'll either hit the moon or orbit the Earth the rest of his life.
I've done it! 250 miles! I'm going to turn now! This is Y13 calling from over 250 miles in space. My rocket motors have burned out, and my gyro stabilizers cannot turn me at this height. I'm going to use release mechanism to catapult myself and the nose away from the plane. Control, are you reading me? This is Y13. Control, are you reading me? This is Y13. Y13 calling control. Pressing ejector button now.
Yeah, see. Yeah. Kalinsky. Yeah, sure, we'll take care of it right away.
Yes, sir?
There was some Mexican farmer called Sanchez. He says he caught sight of a parachute floating down. It landed just outside his farm. I don't know, he says there's something like a front half of a plane or something attached to the chute.
Well, where's he located, sir?
Just off Route 17, about 10 miles south of Alvarado. Look, you better get the nearest patrol car up there right away.
Yes, sir.
Meantime, I'll call the Navy base. Might have something to do with the rocket firing. Oh, get me the duty officer at the Navy base.
Smash up on the South Highway. Bus full of people. Should have word from car 54 any minutes now.
Yeah.
We got 2 witnesses. You want to see them?
Yeah.
They're pretty definite about the way it happened.
Uh-huh.
Company's getting their reports now, and he'd like you to follow up.
Yeah. Okay. Have him call me back. Morning, Commander.
Morning.
Glad you could make it. I'm Wilson, Assistant Chief of State Police.
So, thanks for phoning in, Chief. Whereabouts is it?
Well, just up there a ways, in the bushes.
Anyone hurt? Any damage?
No. Dropped about a half a mile from the nearest farm. Came down like a dame in a feather bed.
No sign of the pilot, though, huh?
Well, you better come and look for yourself. Well, what do you make of it, Commander?
I don't know. It's too early to say. I've never seen anything like this before. I'll have to go into the test lab. Well, the pilots had it, that's for certain.
And the smashed canopy, you mean, huh?
Yeah, he couldn't live up there in space.
You got a minute, sir?
Why?
Could you come up and take a look at what we got up here? There's a farm.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm okay. Salvage crew's right behind me. Oh, well, look, will you have one of your men stand guard? I've got to go to Albuquerque and make a call.
Oh, sure. I'll be here myself.
Well, thanks for your help.
I'm always glad to help the Navy. What's the trouble?
Oh, it's this Mexican farmer. He's had a lot of cattle slaughtered for no reason I can see.
Well, let's go and see.
Okay.
I knew this would happen. I didn't want him to go on.
Yes, I understand.
How can you understand? To you then it was just a piece of machinery.
No, that's not true.
You wanted him to risk his life.
I had put Y-13 into space with Dan as a pilot because those are my orders.
Orders.
Tia, Dan couldn't exist unless you were risking his life. If he weren't piloting Y-13, he'd find his own brand of danger somewhere else. He had to prove he was the best.
If you knew all this, why didn't you try and stop him?
I did.
I don't believe you.
I've been trying to stop him ever since we were kids. He was always climbing the highest tree or swimming further than anyone else. Now with Dan, it was all the way or nothing.
He wanted to be the first man into space.
And he was. Before we lost track of him, he was higher than any man had ever been.
Higher than any man. That's all you can think of. I wanted him to give up flying, to settle down.
If he had, do you think he'd ever been happy?
No, you're right. I just can't believe it's gone.
I've got to get back to the base. Will you be all right here alone?
Alone? Yes, I'll be all right.
Well,
Chuck, I didn't mean to blame you.
look, I'll stop by the aviation medicine department tomorrow and see you if you'd like.
Thank you. I like that.
Goodbye, dear. We're running some metallurgical tests. seems as if the skin was subjected to some sort of incrustation we've never heard of.
Any idea how high he went?
Oh, on weakened gravity pull, he could go a long way. Could be anything. 250, 350 miles.
Chutes seem okay. The usual signs of scorching.
Yeah. The automatic escape mechanism operated perfectly, too. And this braking chute opened just right, as soon as it hit full atmosphere density. Well, it was too late to save Dan. Nobody could live once the canopy burst. He'd be dead in a second.
Have a look over here. This incrustation has some remarkable qualities. You see? Nothing. Nothing at all. X-rays will not pass through it.
No luck here either, sir.
Thank you. This is the infrared photograph. But the rays do not penetrate to show us what is below the surface. Then here, under the ultraviolet lamp. I can't understand it. It's resistant to any identification or penetration test we can do here. We'll take a photograph anyway. There may be some reflection we cannot observe, though I doubt it.
So far, then, your tests are negative. Well, let's hope the metallurgical report will give us a line.
Let's hope.
Let me know as soon as you have it. Well, good night, Doctor. Good night, Chuck.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
You know, you better get some sleep.
I will, Skipper, thanks. What is this stuff, Doctor? Do you think a chemical breakdown could tell us anything?
We do not even know the primary reactor. I sent a sample to my own laboratory. We may find the answer more quickly.
Yeah, I can't get him out of my mind, Doctor. I can just see him up there now in the cockpit. He wanted you there today. Maybe if you had been... If only I had...
You mustn't blame yourself, Chuck.
Maybe you're right. Look, I'll check with you first thing in the morning, huh?
Yes, I'll do that. Thank you, sir, and goodbye. Come in. Hi, Chuck. Glad you came by. I want to talk to you.
Have you seen this, Skipper? There's not the headline. Read further down.
In the past 24 hours, death has struck in mysterious and terrifying ways. The type of wound inflicted is fearful and inhuman.
Let's read the middle part, sir, where it talks about the slaughtered cattle. That farm is right next door to where Y-13 fell. I've got to call in now to Chief Wilson.
I don't get the tile. Yeah?
Call for Commander Prescott, sir.
Thank you, sir. Commander Prescott. Yes, Wilson, where are you? Alameda? What? Yes, well, I'll be there as soon as I can.
Like I said, Commander, about the wounds on the Mexican's cattle. See, look, this one's the same. It's like a tearing jag there across the throat, see?
Who or what could cause this wanton destruction?
Well, I don't know, but it seems to like the taste of blood. You see, it looks like it's been scooped up or something. And then look here, look. It takes more than human strength to do this. Unless he had an axe.
See on the edge of the wound there?
What?
Those little shiny specks.
Oh, yeah, I see. That's funny, I never noticed those before. What do you suppose they are?
When you do an autopsy, will you send a sample of that to a Dr. Von Essen at Aviation Medicine?
Sure. You think they mean something?
I don't know. I'd like to take a look at that Mexican's cattle.
Okay, we'll go over as soon as we're through here. Commander, take a look. There's a dozen more like it in the lower pasture.
Está muerta. Qué cosa terrible. It is pietad. Who won't kill Clara? She won many prizes at Feria.
You see what I mean? It's the same thing. The throat went right open.
Looks like it kills whatever it comes near.
Yeah.
Any idea what sort of a weapon could cause such a gash?
No, not yet, but we're working on it.
Shine your light.
Oh, yeah. Those shiny specks again.
Would you send a sample of this also over to Aviation Medicine?
Well, sure. What are you trying to say, Commander? That something from outer space came out of that missile?
Well, I don't know, but I'd like to have them compared to the sample we took from the nurse at the blood bank.
Okay. You think it's going to help us find the killer?
No, I can't say, but let's hope we catch it before it does any more killing.
Well, can't escape my roadblocks forever. But if you've got any ideas, Commander, you better let me in on them. Here, look at that. Here. What is it?
Looks like a high-altitude oxygen leak. I gotta get back to the base. I've got a lot of work to do. But don't worry, I'll keep in touch.
Yeah, sure.
Hello, señores. ¿Quieren pagar mi ganado?
Okay, I gotta go now. I'll be back this way next week.
Hey, don't forget to keep my side warm.
Don't worry. I won't let it get cold.
I'm Commander Prescott. I'd like to see Miss Francesca.
I'll see if she's free. They're just finishing an altitude test. Commander Prescott to see Miss Francesca. I'll bring him down. Come with me, Commander.
Thank you.
Watch atmospheric density and final reactions carefully. Only 10 seconds to normal. Right. Open the chamber.
Careful with his helmet. Oh, Jan.
Hello, Commander. Good to see you.
How are you feeling?
All right. I've got plenty to do. It keeps my mind off.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? I was on the way over to see about some blood tests the police sent over this morning, and I thought I'd stick my head in and say hello.
That's very nice. You want me to see if they're ready?
I'd appreciate it, thanks.
Pathological? Hello? Are those blood tests ready for Commander Prescott? They are. Could you please send them down? He's waiting for them. Thank you.
Well, it's fast work.
We try our best. You want some coffee?
Yes, I would, thank you.
Black?
Please.
Sugar?
No, thanks. Fine.
You look tired.
Well, maybe this will help. How did you ever end up in Albuquerque?
I came with my father 2 years ago. He and Dr. Vanessa were very good friends. They were at school together. And when my father died, Dr. Vanessa asked me to stay on and help him.
What part of Italy are you from?
Turin, from the north of Italy.
Ever get homesick?
Not anymore.
It was strange. First time I met you, I thought, well, it just goes to show you how wrong a person can be.
Do you want some more coffee?
No, thanks. It's fine.
Thank you.
Embedded in both samples are innumerable particles of meteorite dust that show no sign of structural damage, such as would be expected from passage through atmosphere. Detailed analysis will be needed before a confirmed opinion can be given. The full report is requested on the origin of the dust.
Has this got anything to do with Dan?
I don't know. Look, Tia, I've got to get back to the base. I'll see you again as soon as I can. Thanks for the call.
Goodbye, sir.
We have the results of the metallurgical tests.
Hang on a second, will you, Doctor? I'd like you to take a look at this.
Later. Come over here. I want to show you something. This is a sample of our new secret alloy, of which the fuselage of Y-13 is made. You know the terrific heat and pressure it will stand.
No?
This is a piece from the fuselage, which was coated with this strange substance. Notice, the metal underneath has not been affected. Now, this is a piece we removed from the stabilizer that has escaped being encrusted. Look, it has undergone a complete transformation. It does not even retain a resemblance to metal. It's like crumbling carbon. And if I grind it, there's nothing left but powder.
What could cause this transformation, Doctor?
Difficult to say. Possibly cosmic rays we do not yet know or understand.
And where it is coded, this transformation hasn't occurred, right?
Exactly.
So then it could be that this is some sort of cosmic protection.
Could be.
Commander Prescott, report to Captain Richards' office, please. Commander Prescott, report to Captain Richards' office, please.
I'll be right back, Doctor.
Although I accept your explanation, Senor Capitan, there is no doubt that it was Providence that His Excellency was not killed. But the place where the tail section of Y-13 fell is 10 miles from your town. What is 10 miles, Senor, when you do not know where your missiles go? What's he getting at?
He's referring to the rocket that almost hit Juarez.
But that was a captured German V-2. It happened nearly 10 years ago. What is 10 years, Senor? You still do not know where your missiles go.
He has the whole story, sir. The low-flying projectile you lost over Argentina last year, the Apex missile that disappeared last week.
That is so, Senor Capitan. Where are they, eh? As if I knew. If they're not up there, they must be down here. Glad you're here, Commander. Meet Senor Ramon de Guerrera, Consul for Mexico at Santa Fe. Mr. Harold Atkins, State Department, Commander Prescott.
Mr. Atkins?
It seems that His Excellency, the Minister for Social Services, was opening a new bull ring in San Pedro.
Senores, it was the moment of truth. A great silence descended upon the crowd. 5,000 people. 10,000 eyes, Senor Comandante, fixed on the blade. And suddenly there is a roar from space. It was greater than the roar of the Olés that would greet the final triumph. All the eyes look up. When they look down...
You missed the kill.
Of course. Suddenly there is a tremendous... The crowd scatter. The bull is scared, jump over the barrera, nearly into the lap of His Excellency. And then the bull escaped and wrecked the market.
They found what was left of Y-13 tail section later on in the day.
Y-13?
Yeah.
Well, how soon can we get a salvage crew down there?
I'm afraid it's not quite as simple as that, Commander. There are formalities and compensations.
Yes, senores. Here is a list, Senor Capitan, but is not complete.
20,000 pesos! Must have been the bull of the century.
Senor Capitan, it was a bull. Worthy of Manolete himself.
Senior Consul, I hope you will cooperate by allowing us to salvage the tail section.
I will use my personal influence.
Thank you.
And the United States government will see about adequate compensation.
Please impress upon His Excellency that both our countries will benefit from permission to send a salvage crew onto the crash site at the earliest possible moment.
Of course, Senor Capitan. Well, buenos dias, senores. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias, senor.
Oh, and, Capitan, I hope the next time you lose a missile, you shoot it in some other direction.
Boy, we fire a dozen missiles every week. Because something goes wrong once in a while, this kind of thing has to happen. Now look, Chuck, Wilson's just called. Things are getting pretty serious. There have been 3 more killings.
3?
Yeah.
Did he give any details?
Mm-hmm. A truck driver at a roadside diner just outside Los Alamos, and an elderly couple up by Green Valley.
Oh, Green Valley? Why, that's... How is it traveling those distances in such a short space of time?
It can drive. Wilson found a truck with a steering column and foot controls bent so far out of shape it can't be driven another yard.
Ah, beginning to get a picture. We know it has great strength, it's clumsy, smashes everything it touches, and it has mechanical knowledge.
What makes you think this has anything to do with Y-13?
Captain, I'd like to have you take a look at something in the lab. I think it's a...
Excuse me. Captain Richards.
Commander Lawson, sir. The S-21 rocket motor's ready on testbed number 2. We fire in 30 minutes.
Hold it. How long will you need me?
I'll make it as fast as I can.
Delay your test by 1 hour. Fire at 17:30.
But, sir, we're all set.
Look, it's about time you boys realize there's more than one baby in this nursery. Delay your test till 17:30. I can give you 30 minutes. Let's go.
Assuming that there is life in outer space, it would have to create a protective coating in order to survive those destructive elements up there.
You mean like the primeval creatures that crawl out of the sea and grew skin to protect themselves against the sun?
Yes. Y-13 has penetrated a new world.
So this coating was formed on Y-13 to protect it from those destructive forces in space.
It's an interesting theory, but
But suppose the same thing happened in the cockpit. Let me show you something. You notice this is flexible and harmless to touch. Let me demonstrate on this piece of sponge rubber here. I'll wrap this around my hand. Watch this. If this were human throat, that's how it could be slashed. Now look closely into these gashes. Meteorite dust. The same as in the wounds of all the victims, meteorite dust. So there's only one interpretation I can put on all this. This monster kills, but only because for some reason or other it needs this blood. No one has seen it and lived.
What are you getting at, Chuck?
I'm afraid this monster is Dan.
Hey, that guy's off course. Yeah, he's loaded okay. Here we go.
Okay, I'll handle it. Dan's metabolism must have changed, but what form has it taken?
Without knowing the kind of cosmic rays to which Dan was subjected and their effect on the physical basis of life, I could not say.
Perhaps it caused a blood change. Boy, it's incredible to think of your brother as a blood-drinking... Tia, would you get Dan's metabolism charts and cardiograms? We're going to need your help.
Yes, I have them all here.
Suppose when the canopy burst, his blood absorbed a high content of nitrogen.
And he would die. The human body cannot survive in rarefied atmosphere without the protection of space suits and pressurized cabins.
But you're forgetting about that protective coating on Y13. And if it formed quickly enough on Dan...
Yes, it might have kept him alive.
And if, instead of death, a new metabolism was created, which starved his body and his brain of blood, what then?
We know very little. Only that by some mysterious means, the cells controlling growth and reproduction are changed by exposure to some cosmic rays. Beyond that, I could only guess.
Yes, I'm only guessing too, Doctor. I think Dan would be more at home in space than on Earth. And what has been going on hasn't been wanton killing, but only his need to replace this blood that has been changed.
But he would need some proper transfusions. It would be useless to drink it.
Yes, unless he's obeying some animalistic instinct.
right, Commander. Look at this.
It's Dan's space helmet.
Where'd you find it?
Not too far from here. In a car with his latest victim. And now we know what he looks like. A great, big, lumbering, deformed monster.
Seems you can't kill him. The bullets bounce off.
It's the coating. It's a perfect protection. Like armor plate.
I've assigned a platoon of Marines to help Wilson.
Look, I know he's got to be stopped, but remember he's still Lieutenant Prescott, and if he can drive a car, he still retains some intelligence. He's not all monster.
Well, what do you suggest, Commander? We just let him roam the state, killing at random?
No, Chief, that's not what I meant.
Well, look, we've got the works on him. The next time we find him, we'll try tear gas first. If that doesn't work, we can let the Marines blast him.
Stands to reason, Chuck. We can't stop him. We got to destroy him. In the meantime, I got to talk to Washington. Doctor, can you take me to your office? I want to get a long-distance conference line open.
Of course, Captain. Come with me.
I like you along, Chief.
Chuck, why did this have to happen?
Dear, we're conquering a new world. The dangers have to be faced. Someone has to start.
But why then?
Who could stop him? I couldn't, even though I tried. You couldn't either.
No, I couldn't.
No, though, you were right about one thing. It was a piece of machinery that I wanted in the cockpit of Y-13, not Dan.
It is hard to remember sometime that people matter more than machines. It is...
Well, he can't breathe.
In there!
Stay away from him. We've got to get to Von Ness and tell him to open up a high-altitude chamber. Come on. Where's your nearest PA system?
Reception hall.
You better get to Von Ness and I'll stick with Dan. Come on. Attention, everyone. Do not leave your offices. Don't go into the corridor. It's dangerous. Your life is in danger. Repeat, your life is in danger if you go into the corridor. Dr. Von Essen, he's going the wrong way. Try and direct him on the PA system. I'll follow him.
Look, Captain, why don't you let me call my men and blast him?
Forget it. I'll take full responsibility.
Dan, listen to me.
You are in the wrong corridor. Remember the building. From the reception hall, you should turn right. Do not go straight on. Turn right. Dan, you have come a long way to find me, and I am very near. If you are following my directions correctly, you will be approaching the staircase leading to the high-altitude chamber, where I am waiting for you. Remember, you must turn left onto the staircase. If you are on the staircase, you are almost there. Then, try hard to remember. The chamber is at the end of the corridor, leading straight from the bottom of the staircase. Take your time. I'm here, in the high-altitude chamber, waiting to help you.
Come straight into the chamber.
He's coming this way.
Captain, open the door to the chamber. Larson?
Yes, Doctor.
Take Mr. Wilson over to the atmosphere controls. Get as many recorders in operation as you can.
Look out, Skipper! Hands, you'll never be able to connect the inside controls. I'm going in. Chuck, you can't. I've got to. Chuck! Mr. Vanessa, can you hear me?
Yes, Chuck.
Start lowering atmosphere immediately. Take it up as high and as fast as you can.
All right, Chuck. Proceed, Larson. Open in that valve. Allow for rise to 30,000 feet in 60 seconds. Chuck.
Dan, it's Chuck. Your brother, don't you know me? Chuck, we want to help you. We want to help you, Dan. Dan, don't you know me? Chuck! It's Chuck! Don't you know me? Chuck? Dan, I'm trying to help you. Sit down in the pilot seat. Sit down. Right. Back up. Easy. Sit down in the pilot seat. Back up, down. That's right. Dr. Bonnet, can you launch it quick?
All right, Chuck.
Dan. Listen. Dr. Von Essen is here. He wants to help you.
Dan, I'm here at the window. Dr. Von Essen.
Doctor, I've been searching for you. Everything seems strange and dark. I couldn't find you.
Tell me about it, Dan. If I know what's happened, I can help you.
Under this stuff, I feel like I'm suffering from some terrible disease. Like I've got no blood in my veins.
But the rarefied atmosphere we are giving you, it helps?
Like clean, fresh air. I can breathe and think again.
We're up to 30,000 feet. Can Chuck take any more?
Be still, Chuck. Don't exert yourself. Take it very steadily up to 38,000 feet, but no more. Go on, Dan.
There's not much to tell. I have no memory, only an instinct to stay alive until I found you. I've been groping my way through a maze of fear and doubt.
We're steady at 38,000.
Hold it there. Dan, to find out what's wrong with you, I must make metabolism and blood pressure tests.
All right, Doctor.
Tell us what happened up there in space.
It was like running into the tail end of a hurricane. Only it was a stream of meteorite dust we hit. First, it was like 50,000 machine guns, all hammering at once. First the canopy, then my visor melted. I thought my blood was starting to boil. Then this coating started to form, fast, cooling and protective. But it was too late. The last thing I remember was pressing the button of the nose ejector. Then I thought I died.
How high did you go, Dan?
About 250 miles. Maybe 300. I don't know. Chuck, did you hear that?
Yeah, Dan. I'm listening.
You thought I was kidding when I said I'd bring back all the dope you wanted? Well, I've got it all. With the covering of this stuff, Y-14 will be able to go through that meteorite dust straight up. It will be able to go on forever.
Rest, Dan. Rest.
You can't breathe. Take it higher.
Chuck, it's no good. I'm finished.
We shall take him higher. But if we do, we kill Chuck.
Kia.
Yes, Dan.
I'm sorry it had to happen this way. But you see, I just had to be the first man into space.
Neutralize atmosphere.
Right, Captain. Open the door. There's nothing we can do.
You know, Doctor, this is the part of my job I dread. Y-13 cost Dan his life. We go ahead with Y-14 soon. I wonder if we've learned enough.
The conquest of new worlds always makes demands on human life. And there will always be men who will accept the risks.